Today we're talking all about sales and how it should be done in a gym or fitness studio. I'm actually here at The Collective, which is a fitness studio in Gilbert, Arizona. These guys have been working with now for quite a few years, and they're doing well over 100,000 a month already. I think when I met them, they were doing about 35,000 or so per month, and they've got a really good process. But there were definitely some opportunities. So I met with their sales team today. We went through everything in the sales process end to end, and I'm confident you're gonna find some opportunities to improve your sales process as well. We went all the way from what happens when somebody first opts into the form, all the way to the very end. When you show them the price sheet, they make a decision, you get them on board as a member. So enjoy the episode and let's get into it. We're here to talk about sales, specifically how do we become better as a team at making more sales, and not necessarily more in quantity, but also more efficiently as well. So that means with all the opportunities that we get, making sure that we maximize it. So to me, it all begins with the mindset that I think a lot of times we as early salespeople, I've been selling now I'm 43, I've been selling since I was like 17. So I don't know, do that math, but it's a long time. And I think the biggest thing that got in my way for the first probably 10 years was ego. And ego, when you think about it in its truest sense of what it really means, it's thinking a lot about yourself. That's really what ego is, right? And so even if you say I want to be humble, just that is egotistical, right? Aiming to be humble in itself is egotistical because you're worried about looking humble to others. And so humility is really more about thinking outward, thinking about the other person and something bigger than you. And so when we're selling, the thing that's gonna slow you down more than anything is your ego, and worry about, how do I sound? Am I saying this right? Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? Are people annoyed that I'm following up again? Should I not follow up again? Maybe I shouldn't call twice. Maybe I shouldn't leave another voicemail. This is all worried about you, right? I don't wanna bug them. That's you. It's disguised as for them, but I don't wanna bug them. Right, that's the whole thing. Because you wouldn't mind if somebody else called 2-3 times and made the sale, but we just rolling on that trade-off. So in order to really achieve that humility, it's forgetting about yourself and thinking about that person and their experience and why they're here in the first place. And always assuming that there's something going on that you can't even think of in their life. Whether it's a mental stress, it's an emotional stress, it's a physical stress or a goal or a want or need, there's something going on that's bigger than you. How many of you guys have had that before where there was something going on in your life and somebody assumed something wasn't going on in your life and they judged you based on action or what they thought, and deep down you knew, you're like, if they only knew, they wouldn't be talking to me like that. Hey, you guys been there before? Okay, you've been there probably more than once, and you've probably also been humbled where you thought somebody was X, and then you found out and you're like, I didn't know that. Now I feel like a jerk. Been there before? So the probability, when you think about it, it's so much more probable that you have no idea what they're going through than for you to know exactly what they're going through, considering you just met them. So it's just great to assume, I don't know what this person's going on. So if we're going to create a story, which we're going to do anyway, if we're going to create a story anyway, create a story that this person really needs us, that this might be the thing that changes their life, and we go from there. And also, it's really important to remember what this really is and what it's not. This is not you making a sale. This is not them buying a gym membership. This is the first domino of many. How many of you guys anybody here used to party? Not you, because your dad's here, but anybody here, you ever used to go out, go to clubs? Yeah? Okay. And so, yeah. So you know the deal. You start going out, that means you start staying out later, right? Yeah. Okay, so going out was the first domino. Well, then we start staying out later. Oh man, at 2 a.m., what are you right now? Hungry. And what's open right now?
Hot dog stand.
Okay, there you go.
McDonald's.
So now we got a habit of eating late and eating like crap.
Yeah.
How do we feel? Well, first off, what's our wake up time the next morning on a night like that?
Probably not early.
Probably not early. So now we wake up late. And we're waking up just in time to make it to where we have to go to, which means we're probably not doing any self-care or reading or anything that's productive for our lives. So all those habits are gone. Yeah. Probably skipping breakfast, or eating a crappy one on the way to where we got to go. Maybe just on an empty stomach coffee, right? Now we're feeling pretty crabby. So how do you think we're treating people throughout the day? Probably not so great, okay? And then Our energy doesn't come back until about 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and then we're ready to do what?
Party
Go
again.
do it again. Okay, so habits attract like habits. The cool thing is it happens on the other side. How many of you guys notice that, when people start working out, they'll go to the grocery store and buy healthier food because they know that they're working out. And now they might buy different types of clothes. Now they're buying like athletic clothing. And now maybe they're like looking at some supplements. Maybe they're drinking more water and less other stuff. Maybe they're going to bed earlier. They're waking up earlier. So what you guys might just be is not just a gym membership or a workout, right? It's the first domino of an incredible life, because you will never meet a person that's incredibly successful and happy with a collection of bad habits. And you'll never meet a person that's in the dumps right now with a collection of great ones. It's the math. You don't decide your future, you decide your habits decide your future. You are likely the first habit for them. So when they walk in, I don't think anybody ever analyzed, what does it mean, like we're here to change lives? No, dude, we are. Like, that's the domino. That's how it works. You're not doing the whole thing. You're not going to be responsible for what time they wake up and all that stuff, but like, you might be the beginning of it all. Does that make sense? And who knows who gets the ripple effect of that? Their kids. I work out because my dad's worked out my whole life. I eat healthy because my parents ate healthy. I don't do drugs and stuff because my parents don't do it. You understand? So like, it's just easy for me to like fall in line. It's easy for your people to create that for their families as well. That's where I wanted to start. Okay. Now we're going to go into the next thing, which is some of the tactical stuff. So we have to think about the entire journey. If something's not consistent, things get thrown off. Anybody here been on a first date in the last year anywhere? Anybody? Recently? No? Okay. So if you think about nobody wants to do.
I was looking at this guy.
I've been on 4 first dates this week. Okay, so on a first date, if everything's going great, it's awesome, especially if like things just keep getting better and better. But once something feels off, now you're skeptical. And so maybe he picked you up on time and maybe he chose a great restaurant, but then all of a sudden he says something, maybe it's a political thing or maybe it's a sexism thing or whatever it is, something happens and it throws it off. Yeah, there's a flag. And now you start questioning everything before. So that's an off thing. Or sometimes there could just be one thing that's out of place, not even good or bad, it just feels off, and that could change the whole thing. So what I think a lot of businesses fail to do is think about the beginning and where things start and what their experience looks like, and then the end. And then this person is essentially going through a journey, and the more congruency or consistency that there is from this point to this point to this point to this point, every point along the way, the better. Now, at any point, it feels like there isn't consistency, I get nervous. Okay? So I'll give you a great example of where everyone I feel like has experienced this before. You know when you have to call because your Verizon isn't working, or maybe your internet's not working, your cable's not working, or whatever, something's not working, so you call and you get on with customer service, your credit card, whatever. So now you get on and you explain an entire story to someone, and they go, let me transfer you. And the person goes, how can I help you? And what do you want? What do you typically say?
You restate your story, or you just say that I just said this to somebody else.
And you're upset that they didn't what?
They ask the same question.
It's annoying. Now, how much better of an experience would it be if when that happened, they said, oh, okay, I just spoke to Rachel. She explained everything. She said this, this, this. Did I miss anything or did I get it all?
Yeah, no, 100% better.
That's 100% better. Does it make you feel more at peace? There's congruency. There's a system that matters. They care more about your time than their time. You see, it takes them time to pass that information.
Yeah.
I'll let you suffer. But for them to take that time to pass that information, that means I respect yours and more than I respect mine. Now, I'm willing to go ahead and do that for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to think about how are we doing that to them. So from the very beginning, they fill out a form, let's say, as an example. That's one way they can come in, right? An online form. And in that online form, we can expect that person to do a couple things next, which One of them is going to be homework. We know they're going to do homework. You guys do it, right? If you're looking at a restaurant, you're like, ooh, this looks like a good restaurant. What's the next thing you're going to do before you just make a reservation? You check out the reviews, check out what pictures, right? You're going to do stuff. Okay, so we want to think, how do we optimize this area? How do we optimize that area as much as we can? Because when we can get this part and this part down really, really well, then everything across this line, this is where we cross into actual sales role, everything's easier here. My work is easier when I bump into somebody at a fitness conference that knows you've been following, right? So like it was probably easier to build a relationship with you right off the bat because you said, I feel like I know you already, right? So it's the same thing. When you go into a restaurant that you already saw had 4.9 star reviews and everybody talked about how amazing the ravioli is, won't the ravioli just taste better because everyone planted those seeds for you? Like it'll change your taste, okay? So we have to think about when they fill out the form, what are all the things that happen next? What's the automated email that they're gonna get? What's the phone call that they're going to get? What's on the actual thank you page? Is there a video that they're gonna watch that's gonna make them feel really excited and comfortable about the next step? Is there maybe on that thank you page a bonus offer? Call us before we call you, and we'll actually throw in a free $100 gift certificate to our center. We have smoothies, we have retail, we have all this stuff, and you can put it towards your membership when you come in and do your workout, right? So whatever it is. But the goal is, how do we get people to go, man, get them to the next step. I wanna go now. I wanna answer that phone call, because it's kind of annoying when you call a lead and they don't answer and they fill out the form, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, why'd you fill it out? You filled it out. Or when they go, oh yeah, no, I'm not interested anymore. It's like, it's been 12 hours. What do you mean? What happened in your life? So we want to keep this going as much as we can. And so we create that. We can find ways to create that. We don't have to like just hope that it happens. Then when they do their homework, we're thinking about everything there. What does our website look like? Is it congruent with what they might have seen that got them to the website? If we have a promo running, for example, let's say this is our website here and we have a video and we have the form, we have the logo and the nav bar. If we have a certain promo going, do we have a banner at the top of the website that talks about the promo? Maybe a countdown timer that goes when the promo ends. So when they go to the site, it's like, oh, that's that promo. That's that one. It's congruent. The thank you page talks about it. On Google, same thing. Like, how do we make sure that we have reviews coming in every single week? Because I don't care about a review 3 months old. I care about a review that came in a couple days ago. Does anybody else, when you get to reviews, you sort by newest? Does anybody else do that? Yeah, I do it. So we want to look at that as well. Our Instagram, if we have a promo running, I want to know that I can find it really fast in this section. So typically what's good is like a highlight reel here, whatever promo you're running here, Y collective here. Right? Like that would be really great. And then having highlights, of course, because they're gonna, like, what are they gonna wanna see? What's their homework that they're gonna wanna do? All this is done along with the email, drip, and text to make it easier for you to be able to get them on a phone and get them in the door. This is all like loosening the pickle jar. Does that make sense? You guys with me? Okay. Everything is done to get you to sales. Now we are in the sales process. So what this means is, which one of you guys are making phone calls to leads? All four of you. Okay, great. So when you're calling your leads, I'm assuming you have your CRM that you're using, and each of you, do you all call the same leads, or do you have your own individual leads that you call? So like you'll never both be calling leads in the same moment? One at a time. Okay, got it. Okay, great. And you guys are leaving notes along the way?
Yes.
Yeah, like really good notes?
Try to. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've seen, so there's two parts of the brain that work in a salesperson. Okay, there's the logical brain, and then there's the creative brain. I mean, that's just people in general, right? In the sales brain, the salesperson that has more logical, typically this person's a lot more organized. This person's usually a great talker. This is the person that people usually say, oh, you're probably so good at sales. Oh, you're so good at it. Their Aunt Nancy's like, you should be in sales. You're such a talker, right? That's this guy. But oddly enough, I've seen this person beat this person sometimes when this person can't develop the discipline to manage their CRM effectively. And so this is where talent cannot beat discipline. And so I encourage you guys, I don't care how good you are at speaking, if you're gonna do sales for me and you can't log notes after every conversation you have, if you can't notate, this is when I'm gonna call this person next after every conversation you have, then it's not gonna work. It's also, to me, it's disrespectful to that prospect, because if I don't have notes and then you call them next instead of me and you don't remember, now I got to go through this all over again. As opposed to it feeling congruent. So you're missing the congruency that we talked about in the beginning of this conversation, right? So I want to set it up where if I talk to you or if I follow up with you in any capacity, anything that I have, you can pick up and just take it home from there. Hey, and it looks like you talked to Mike. I think he said the biggest challenge was your schedule right now. He said your kids are currently out of school and that's giving you some challenges, but they get back from spring break next week. Yeah, perfect. That is a much better experience set. So, what's your schedule look like? You're like, dude, I just told you guys 2 days ago. This is annoying, right? So we want to find a way to keep that going. So when we are calling, you guys are all calling the leads. Can we role play? I want to hear how you do it. Who's got the most experience here? Okay, let's role play real fast. Okay.
Let's choose the youngest.
Yeah, you got to turn around because you don't have the advantage of body language on a phone call. Hello?
Hey, this is Santi with The Collective. I saw you were speaking to Anna recently about joining us with a membership. She said you just had some scheduling issues with your kids being on spring break, and I see that since spring break has come to an end.
Hold on, you lost me. Why do you think you lost me? Here, watch. Let's flip it. I want to see how you feel. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Ring, ring. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Mike from The Collective. Just wanted to give you a call. It looks like you were having some scheduling issues. You were talking with Mike, and it was about spring break. And so I just wanted to give you, how are you feeling right now?
Too much.
It's too much,
Yeah,
right?
way too much.
It's a lot going on early.
Yeah.
So let's chip at it, and then we can get to the conversation, but we got to chip at it, okay?
Yeah.
So let's do it again. You go. So I'm going to ring, ring. Hello?
Hey, this is Santi at The Collective. Is this Mike?
Yes.
Hey, Mike, how are you doing?
Okay, hold on. Ready? So I want you to come over here.
Yeah.
So who's your best friend in the whole world? Or your favorite cousin? Your favorite relative? Who's it?
Let's just say my brother.
Your brother? He's your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, is that Diego?
Yeah, Diego.
Okay, let's say you hadn't seen Diego in a whole year.
All right.
And then all of a sudden you're just walking on a beach. You just happen to be on a beach. And you're walking, and then there's Diego walking, and he's walking the same beach just towards you.
Yeah.
How are you saying hi to him? Are you going, what's up, Diego? How you doing, man? Is that how you're doing it?
No.
All right. Well, what's the enthusiasm look like?
Diego, what's up, man?
There you go. That's got to be every time.
Yeah.
That's a button you got to be able to push. If you can't push that button, just like an actor can cry, an actor can laugh, right? This whole thing, think of it like a play. Yeah. The script is irrelevant if the acting isn't good. Because if the opposite was true, that means I can go and do any script that Robert De Niro did, and I'd win all the awards he won. Yeah. That means I can go ahead and do the same word by word Kevin Hart stand-up, and I'd make everyone laugh as hard as he did. Yeah. I can sing the song that Celine Dion did, and everyone would cheer for me the same way. They wouldn't, I promise. So it's the performance is a big part, and the wording that's like here. Now obviously you have to have, there's some powered words, but the delivery's got to be there, okay? So here's what I got to feel. I got to feel like I'm the only person you called today. I got to feel like the reason you called me was because you felt like you needed to call me. Like you owed me this call. This was for me. I got to feel important. I got to feel valued, because the way I heard it, I felt like I was the 30th call, but you got 100 more to go. Okay. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again.
All right.
Ring, ring. Hello?
Hey, Mike, this is Santi at The Collective. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I was just reaching out.
Hold on, really quick. Did you guys hear the difference there? I'm good.
Yeah.
That right there, ride that horse the whole way on this call. You got it? We're going to do it one more time from the beginning. Okay? Ring, ring. Hello?
Hey, Mike, this is Santi at The Collective. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I was just calling because I saw you were talking to Anna recently, just involving your schedule. I heard you had a few problems with your kids being on spring break. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was hard but they're back now.
Oh, awesome. So that means you're a little more free on your schedule. Did you want to look into some membership options now?
Okay, now you're getting too technical. Ready? Watch this. Watch how easy this is. Ready? Go, turn, and tell me the same thing. Actually, I'm freed up now.
Oh, no, I'm actually freed up now.
Oh, hey, that's great. All right, let's get you in. What day works for you?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Just go right to it. You don't have to like explain the situation. Oh, that means you might have more time in your schedule. He gets it, I get it. Right? Great. Let's get you in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just be, this right here, this is the ego thing, right? You're thinking about all the things you have to do. You're thinking about you. Just get me in. Just get me in here. Got it? Now we're gonna take some pressure off you. We're gonna give it to Anna real quick, okay? All right. Ready, Anna? Same thing. Ring, ring. Hello?
Hi, am I speaking to Mike?
Yes.
Hi, Mike. This is Anna from the Collective. How's your day going?
Going great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So I wanted to actually touch base because I see that you're interested in our free trial, and I wanted to get you on the schedule. How's your week look? What day works for you this week?
Well, before we get into that, so let's turn. Before we get into that, you just getting me in means I'm just another human.
Okay.
I gotta feel like, why am I coming in? Maybe I'm not even a good fit. Is this even right for me? Am I even right for you?
Yeah.
Right, so let's switch it real quick, okay? So you're the prospect.
Okay.
Okay, ring, ring, say hello.
Hello?
Hey, is this Anna?
Yes.
Hey, Anna, this is Mike from the Collective. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, I noticed your name came in. It looks like you wanted to come in and do a free week with us. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
You believe so? Do you remember filling it out?
Nah, not really, but this sounds great. What is the
this is
Collective?
even better. That means it was brought to us by God. Let's make this happen.
Oh,
Sound
okay.
good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's first, just to make sure this is the right thing for you and also for us. What are you looking to achieve? What's your goal?
I'm really looking for community, and I'm training for High Rocks in Spain.
Spain. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Do you live out there at all, or are you literally going there just for the workout?
No, just for the workout and a vacation.
That's probably one of the cool. Okay, so now I'm excited. Now you got me going. All right, so I love the High Rocks thing, and you said community as well. So are you new to the area?
Yeah, I just moved here from Seattle, actually.
Oh, what brought you out here?
Sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah, good. Yes, you'll get a lot of that here, and not in Seattle. I get it. Okay, perfect. Well, we got an incredible group here, but before we dive into that, let me ask you, is there anything that I need to know that I should probably know now in regards to like any injuries or anything I should watch out for, my team should watch out for?
Not that I can think of.
No knees, back, legs, nothing?
No.
That's amazing. So you're like just ready to go, get to Spain, knock it out, and meet a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And last thing is, in a community, what do you typically look for? What kind of people are you looking for in the community? Obviously nice and kind, but is there a certain type of person you're looking for?
That's a great question. I actually don't know.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
We got 400 plus people here, and so I don't think you're gonna have a hard time finding little pockets of different types that work well. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so here's the deal. Let me just check it one more time. Main reason is you're looking for a good community of people. You also are training for a High Rocks in Spain, which we do a lot of that, by the way. You got a lot of High Rocksers here, a lot. And we have specific High Rocks training, which is really good. And also you got no injuries, so we can literally just like get you prepped up, ready to go right away without working around anything. Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Man, this is actually really exciting for me. This is fun. So let's do this. I got a 4 o'clock today and I got a 5 o'clock today. Which one of those work well for you?
Let's do the 5.
Okay, sounds good. So I need you here at 5 on the dot. The class starts at 5:30, but because it's your first time, you have to be here at 5.
Okay.
Is there anything that would get in the way of you being here at 5? Like 5:05 is not good.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then, hey, I'm looking, the session that you actually chose, this is one of the more popular ones.
Okay.
And usually it's almost impossible to get a spot in this last minute, but there's 2 spots open. Who would you want to bring with you? I definitely recommend bringing someone with you on this one.
Yeah, I'll bring my sister,
Your sister, what's her name?
Sydney.
Sydney? Okay, awesome. Is she going to Spain too?
No, she's not.
Okay, so she's just going to support you throughout the whole thing.
Yep, she's the
I
babysitter.
love it. Hey,
Yeah.
that sounds great. Okay, so let's get her in today. We're going to hook her up for you.
Okay.
And then the only thing I need in order to make sure I lock in your spot is get a credit card to keep it ready. That's pretty much it. So I'm ready when you are. There's no charge or anything. It's just to lock in your spot. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, American Express, Visa, MasterCard. I'm ready when you are.
Do you want me to do the
No,
numbers?
no, no.
Okay,
no,
okay.
no,
I was
no.
just-
Okay, I got it. Sounds good. All right. So what time you got to be here?
5.
Are you sure not 5:05?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. 5 o'clock. Sounds good. And then I've got everything. I'm going to make sure the person that meets you has everything he needs. Also, there's
Okay.
going to be a gift waiting for you at the front.
Okay.
And it's literally has your name written on it. It's a special gift just for Anna. And I'm also going to have one for your sister as well with her name on it. Sound good?
Perfect.
Okay, and by the way, if you don't see it up there, someone's in trouble here. So you got to make sure you let me know.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, I'm super excited. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Hey, really quick, just so you know, I haven't had a Spain person call yet, so this is like my favorite call of the day. I'm really pumped to meet you later.
Sounds great.
All right, Anna, talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, is there anything in there that stood out to you?
Super personable.
Okay, personable.
A lot, yeah.
So-
made them feel special, like they're a one-on-one call.
So it felt like, did it feel to you like I'm gonna do that 100 more times today, or did that feel like it was a unique experience for me too?
Yeah.
Okay, so unique.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? What else stood out about that call?
High energy.
High energy.
You repeated back to me what I said. Like
Yeah.
the exciting, positive things you made sure were like, yeah, just repeated.
So here's where that actually comes from. If you study like therapy for like children and their parents, or couples, or leaders and their employees, it's always good to repeat back what they said, because it trains them to know that you actually heard me. And everything that you're going to say after matters more, because I know it's not stock info, it's tying it back. So if, let's say, Jeremy is in a conversation with his wife, and let's say his wife said, I'm just really stressed out about the party right now, and I feel like I've got so much on my plate with work, and I feel like you haven't really been helping, and I could really use more of your help around the house. But if Jeremy was going to repeat, if he was going to say like, yeah, you got it, I can help, that's cool. But what psychology says, it would actually be more effective if he said, listen, I hear you. I know you got a lot around the house. I know you got a lot on your plate right now, and I can totally see what you're saying. I haven't been helping out around here as much, and I could see how my help would be useful to you. I'm here and I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do. Just say the word. Where can I start? That would hit home a lot harder, as opposed to just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you're right. That's I don't want to have this conversation anymore.
Yeah.
And so so what you heard, what you picked up on, was me proving that I truly listened to you. And now anything I say has more weight, because you know that it comes from understanding it completely. Does that make sense? So that's where they're repeating back. Anything else you guys heard? And you guys can go.
The curiosity.
Can you give them that mic?
Just being curious, learning more about her needs,
Yep.
where she lived, why
Yep.
she moved here. Just
Yep. So her actual life and what
Yes.
she's got going on. Yep.
This maybe goes along with personable, but like, it's like you almost became like an instant friend. Like I know you already, and like we're just having casual conversations.
Like I was
about life.
so excited
Yeah.
about Spain, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
So now it's like, especially someone that wants community, just moved here. There's someone that's excited about her life and what she's got going on.
Yeah, like instant friend over the phone.
Okay, cool.
You like held me accountable. What time are you going to be here? Can't be late. So yeah, that at the end too.
Do people pay more money here than they do at Planet Fitness?
Yes.
Okay. How good is Planet Fitness at holding you accountable?
Not great.
In fact, don't they put pizza on the counters every Friday or something like that? I heard a story. Is that true?
Did I do that?
They do that, right? So that's like opposite. Like it's like, here, listen, man, I need you to keep having a reason to come back here. Okay, so we pay. Do you think some people pay more for that accountability?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ovi, my video guy, I have him scheduled in every week. He comes to my house. That's my personal trainer, because I won't do content unless I have an appointment with him. And now I can't let him down. People are more concerned with letting other people down than themselves. So with accountability, how many people do you think come in because they already made the appointment and they don't want to let you guys down? They don't want to be that person that doesn't do it. So that accountability really matters. But that accountability doesn't have to begin when the coach gets them. That accountability can begin from right now. In this moment, I'm coaching you through this process. So I started coaching you on that call. All right. What about some of the technical stuff that I did? that you think was part of that sales process?
What I was going to say with that too, and we've spoken on this, but it was so conversational while getting all the information that we want and need. But it wasn't, oh, do you live in the area? Oh, how did you hear about us? Oh, what is your goal? It was just a very fluid conversation, and we still got everything, you know, that we need to help hold them accountable and to get them lined up. But in a super, you know, talking to your brother, talking to your best friend way.
Yeah. Think about it this way. Imagine if you were an undercover agent and you got planted into the mafia. You got to get information. They told you, I need you to get this, 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 and this. You got to get them to say this on your wire. You got to be careful. You can't just be like, so where did you hide those drugs? You can't just do that, can you? You got to go in there and just be like, hey, so what do you got going on this weekend? That's great, yeah. So, and then little by little, you find a way to go, man, so out of curiosity, was it hard? Was what hard? Finding a spot for wherever you put whatever, you know what I'm talking about, but wherever you did it, right? Like, I gotta work my way in, but I can still get all the info that I need. I don't go in like crazy. Like what you heard is that's right. What else? What did you hear that I gathered outside of like their wants and needs? What did I also get that's an advantage to us?
Credit card information.
I got credit card information. Does that increase the probability of them coming in?
Yeah.
What else do you think increased the probability of them coming in? Credit card, what else?
Triple checking, asking them if they know what time they're coming in.
Triple checking, okay, yeah, what else?
The gift.
The gift, ooh, would you feel super guilty not coming in knowing that I wasted a bag on you and wrote your name on a gift?
Yeah.
Like, you're going in. Plus, what I also did was I created a vision.
Yeah.
Before something becomes real, you got to see it in your mind first. When I said to you, you're going to have a gift waiting for you on the front desk, I'm literally going to write your name on it. Did you see a gift on the front desk in your mind?
Yep.
You saw it, right? What color was the gift?
Green.
Green. And so you saw how it was written as well, right? And you saw what the front desk. Now, you may be completely wrong. It might be a white gift on a different color calendar, and I might have used a whole different writing style. But it doesn't matter. You have a vision now, and that probability of it becoming real is higher, right? Because I painted it for you.
Yep.
Good. Okay, so you heard that. What else did I get out of that person that's high value? I got one more thing that's high value. Who's coming with you? I got a referral. I got a referral at the book. Pretty cool, right? So now you could have if you do a good job, you can close 200% of the leads that you got to show or that you pay for, right? Because you're fixing your average by getting other people to come in outside of the initial lead that came in. Were you about to say something?
Oh, community. You asked what they were looking for, and they said community.
Community, right? 100%. Perfect. Okay, all this happened on this call. But do you think this sets a tone for everything that happens here now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now the next part is super important. Hey, quick break, and we're going to get right back into it. If you've seen enough and you feel like, man, I want to know how to work more with Mike and his team, if you look in the description, you'll see something that says 100kplan.com, or you can just go to 100kplan.com, and I'll actually show you a video where I take you through how we get gyms from wherever they're at to over $100,000 a month in revenue. It's an incredible video. It's helped a ton of people, and I think it'll help you too. All right, let's get back to the episode. I gathered 3 things from Anna on this call. What were the 3 things about her? High Rocks? Where? Spain. What else?
I'm new to the area, or like moved.
Yep, and you care about?
Sunshine.
Community. Yep. And then there was one last thing that I gathered, and unfortunately there was nothing to gather, but I gathered it. No injuries. Okay? Okay. This is the information that I need to make sure that whoever is here meeting with Anna, when they walk in, they have all that information. Because now when that happens, this is where the humility continues and the ego drifts. Where a lot of people mess up is it looks kind of like this. You walk in, ready? Step out, Santi, just like kind of step out. Okay, now you just walked in the studio. Hey, are you Santi?
Hey, I'm Santi, nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm Mike, nice to meet you too. Welcome, this is The Collective. Really quick, I'm gonna show you where to put your stuff and let me show you around. That's typical. Now, that may not be how you do it, but how do you do it? Just so I know, and then we can tailor that.
Kind of like that.
Oh, kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is not start with us first and start with him.
Okay.
welcome to the collective, let me show you around, and now that means I'm going to show him around my stuff, right?
Okay.
Now, it's not that welcome to the collective is bad to say. I think that's great. I'm probably going to say it myself. But from there, I'm going to dive back into him.
Yeah.
Okay? So, Anna, let's do you since you were the one I role played with, okay? So, right? Yep, walk in. Hey, you Anna?
Hey, yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So my name is Chris. I talked to Mike about you,
Okay.
and he gave me some information. I'm well aware of what you got going on.
Okay.
Spain,
Yeah.
really? So you're going to Spain in 2 months. That is so cool. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. Okay, is this your first High Rocks too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We have a really great High Rocks team for you, so that's
Okay.
going to be great. No injuries, I heard.
No.
No, were you about to say not yet?
Yeah.
We're not getting
Yeah,
any.
that's what
Okay,
I
we're
was
gonna
gonna say, yeah.
we're really good at preventing it here. We're very, very good at preventing it. And then also, I heard you're new to the area from Seattle.
am, yeah.
Got to get out of that rain, get into the sun, and also we got some people to meet. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pairing you up in an area where there's people that are generally around your activity level. Same thing, no injuries, training around the High Rocks kind of stuff, right? This way you can be around them. I think it's just going to be more competitive for you. And right now, that's what you're going to want, right? That's all High Rocks is. And then as I get to know you a little bit better, and as the team knows you, we're going to be able to make incredible introductions to you to people that are like very similar to you. And I don't know, do you have kids? No kids?
Yep.
How many?
Little boy.
A little boy, a 1-year-old boy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
McKinnon.
McKinnon. Okay, great. So you have 1-year-old boy, and then where do you live around here?
Down the street, like 5 minutes.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Any other hobbies I should know about?
I guess I really like sports. But yeah, right now just being a mom.
Sports, being a mom. Got it. Locked
Yeah.
it in. I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure I share it with everybody. Okay, since you got no injuries, that's great. This is going to be a very, very fast process. I'm not going to have to worry about like telling you how to like do any type of modifications, anything. So we're going to get right into it.
Okay.
I am going to show you around, but the things that I'm going to show you are going to be specific to you and what you have going on. So I'm going to skip the stuff that doesn't really matter
Okay.
for you specifically, but I'm going to really spend a little bit more time on the things that do.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So High Rocks, so let me show you some of the stuff we're doing there. Follow me.
Okay.
Right? And I would get to the smoothie last. I know that it feels like we should go to it first
Yeah.
because of that, but I want to start with what matters to her first.
Yeah.
And then I can say, now, after I showed you around some of the stuff, this is where we do the High Rock stuff. You're going to notice people come in. So here I might say, like, this is where we do the High Rock stuff. You're going to see blah, blah, blah. So I'm helping it. And I'm going to say, okay, so that's like the stuff that's specific for you.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you some other stuff that's going to be great additions. Okay. And then I could show them, I probably already showed them the recovery room because that's great for High Rocks. So I would have shown them that. So then I'll take them to the bar and I'll show them what we've got. I'll show them this, I'll show them that. But everything I show, it's about that. So remember how we talked about when I showed you the recovery room? We're at the bar right now. Remember how I showed you the recovery room and I told you how important that was for recovery?
You did, yep.
We believe recovery is not just on the outside, but it's also on the inside. So a lot of the stuff that we've selected is for that. And
Okay.
there's a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to show you the stuff that's best for the High Rockers, like the stuff that High Rockers use. Okay?
Okay.
So come with me and I'll show you the stuff that's best for High Rockers.
Okay.
Okay? And then I'll also tell you, by the way, we have a lot of gatherings here. So I'm going to show you the next calendar for the event list that we have so you can see. So right now, we've got this Friday, we're actually doing a run club. And so you can come by. We have like 60 people that come and do that. Next Saturday, we're actually going to be doing an event here at night. People are even bringing their kids. So if you want to bring McKinnon, you could bring McKinnon as well. And then we're actually going to do something at the park in 2 Tuesdays from now in the morning.
Okay.
It's early, but like, it's not early. Here's the good news. 5 a.m. is early here, but in Spain it's like 2 p.m. So
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
you're just getting ready.
Just get ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's hold there.
Yeah.
You kind of see what I'm doing there? Do you feel, Anna, congruency with the phone conversation here?
Yes.
And how is that congruency feeling for you?
Easy. Kind of takes everything off of me and makes it just, it's like a simple yes. Like there's no reason why I wouldn't.
Are you sold before you even started the workout? Like, are you already pretty much sold?
Yeah, it's not even that, like, I don't even know what I'm buying, but I'm a part of it.
And how many of you have been in that situation where you didn't even see the pricing yet? You're like halfway through and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I don't know what it costs, but unless it's outrageous, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
That's what we want them to feel.
Yeah.
A lot of people think the sale is here at the close. No, the close is just closing the door behind the person that already walked out of it. That's it. He's been out. I just closed the door for air conditioning saving, right? But it's done. It's been done.
Yeah.
Make sense? So this is where the sales happening all through here. Everything here.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you about to say something?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. The last thing to this sales process piece is now handing it to the coach, because you're not going to be the one coaching them, right? So how many first timers will you typically get at once?
Anywhere from like 1 to like, I'd say 5.
1 to
It's like
5? Okay.
General range.
So this is why it's good to like move people through that process, and you got to be able to really take a couple people at once. So if like all 3 of you were with me, I could take all of you through the tour and still customize it. But just like a personal trainer training 4 people at once must do, I as a salesperson must do. So if all 3 of you come from all different places, I got to be able to say, okay, so really quick, I'm going to take all of you through a tour. Now, I don't know, sometimes you may have enough salespeople where you can do one-on-one. If you do, best. That's best scenario. But sometimes you may have to like take 3. So Anna, really quick, I know you're training for a High Rocks, no injuries, excellent. I know that you have a knee injury and you're really just wanting to get back in gear for basketball. And then you have a back thing that we're working through. But other than that, you feel great, healthy. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All 3 of you seem to have a strength training goal. Santi, you said you would like to tighten up a little bit more and see if you can get a little bit tighter on fat loss. Is that right? And then outside of that, did I miss anything on any one of you? No? Okay. You also said you wanted to meet more people. She just moved from Seattle, guys. So just moved here. So you wanted to meet more people. Yes. You really just wanted to find a way to just find something to stay active and be held accountable to. And you were in that accountability mark as well. Yes? Okay. And then outside of that, there's nothing that I think I missed. Let me know if I did before I show you guys around. Okay. Do you see how you can still go through and connect to everyone?
Yeah.
And actually, if anything, I found a way to already start building your community.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how we can do it. But it's got to be like quick, high energy. They follow your lead. But if it's like, all right, guys, so I know we've got to take you through a tour, so why don't you all just come with me? It's already like, because actually the more people that are in it, the more bored I am, right? Because I'm just like, all right, I don't know, I don't want to talk, I don't know what I should say. So it's got to be quick. They're part of a process that's effective, it's proven, it's fun. Sound good? Okay. When you're handing it off to the trainer, if I'm the trainer, I want to know. So with Jeremy, I'm going to say, hey, Jeremy, really quick. Person coming in today is Anna. She's awesome. She just moved here from Seattle. She's training for a High Rocks in Spain 2 months from now.
Nice.
So she chose us for that. She really needs a community. She's got a 1-year-old named McKinnon. So she just wanted to figure out how to meet more people like that. So I don't know who's in the class today, but just if you can pair her up with people High Rocks, and ideally somebody that might have a kid, ideally a female.
Yeah. Nice.
Sound good?
Yep.
Anything that you need from me?
No injuries, right?
No injuries. She's
Feel
perfect,
good?
ready to go. Yep,
Okay,
100%.
perfect. Nope,
good?
we're good.
You
Yep.
good? Okay, hey, she's really great. Take great care of her, okay?
All right, I got her.
That's the handoff, or at least beforehand. Okay? Now, if you can't do it beforehand, you could do it with the member. Okay? So, Anna, so this is Jeremy. Jeremy, this is Anna. Jeremy, you got really, really lucky today because you got one of the 10 best trainers we have. We have 10 trainers who are all equally best. But he's like 1A or 1B. Okay, he's great. But then also she just moved here from Seattle, training for a High Rocks in Spain. 2 months.
Oh boy.
She's got 2 months to do it. Okay, I know,
Okay.
I'm super jealous.
Yeah.
I know, we might just go in your bag with you.
Yeah.
And then also she's got a 1-year-old named McKinnon. She's looking to meet some people because she doesn't really know anybody.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
So I was thinking we can get her in the class near some High Rockers
Yes, yeah.
and some people. You got that?
Yeah.
Good.
She's gonna meet Terry, so I already know that right
Oh.
off the bat. You're gonna love Terry.
I actually am jealous because Terry's one of my favorites. So you're going to have a great time hanging out with Terry. Perfect. Feel good with Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure? You could tell me if. No? Okay.
That'll be
Sound good. Take
Yep.
great care of her,
Cool.
okay?
I got
All
it.
right. Hey, great job. Thank you. That's it. Moving on. That's like a what? 90-second window? That's it. It shouldn't be longer than that because it's fun, it's fast, energy. Move on. So here's the deal. In order to do it, you have to practice doing it. What sport you play?
I played baseball.
Baseball? Okay. Do you ever see people do certain things like where they'll like catch the ball and then throw it behind their back? Right? Like they're just fun. They're messing around. It's not really what you should do, but they'll like catch the ball with their glove and they'll just throw it like that, right? Do you think if you saw that on TV and you go, ooh, that looks cool, and then you go do it at a game, do you think it would work out well for you? Why not?
Because I would practice it.
Okay. So you don't practice to do moves in the game, you practice it where? Practice. And so everything that you just saw today, which cool thing is it's recorded, everything you just saw today is what you should practice. And practice is this weird thing where you suck at it in the beginning. And then you suck at it for longer than you thought. And then you start sucking at it a little bit less. And next thing you know, you're better than what you think you are. And then, because your standards keep moving, and then eventually, it's just the way you do it. You don't even know any other way to do it. It's just the way it's done. Does that make sense? But you have to have that humility, because egotistical people don't like practicing things they're not good at. Why?
Oh, they just don't want to be bad at something.
No.
So they're not going to be good at it. They're just not going to.
So that person on the piano will still play the same 2 to 3 songs. They'll never learn another song because that's the ones they know. The basketball player will do that same 2 to 3 moves. That person will cook the same 2 to 3 meals, right? We just we know what we're good at, and we're just going to keep doing that same thing because we know we get the feedback that feeds our ego, right? But when we're practicing something like this, like we've got to know, like it's not about me. It's about something much bigger. This company gets the benefit of me working through this part that everyone must go through. No one gets to skip the line of not being good at something on the road to getting great at something. Nobody does. The reason we admire people that are great, whether it's Jordan or Beethoven or Tom Brady or whoever, the reason we admire them is not because of what they do. It's because of we subconsciously know what they had to do to get there. We know that didn't just happen. Make sense? And when you motivate anybody else, you probably motivate them with what I just said. If you had a friend that wanted to be great at something and they're not good at it now, you'd probably say, yeah, dude, you just got to put in the work. You got to practice. That's logic, right? So we got to take that logic. We got to use it ourselves too. Sound good? All right. Now the hand back. This person now hands me back to you, Anna. Okay, so Jeremy's handing me back to you.
Mike,
Cool.
how'd you feel, man?
Yeah, I felt great.
Yeah. You see how this can help you with that High Rocks event you got coming up?
Yeah, totally.
And what'd you think about Terry?
Terry was actually really nice.
Yeah,
I like her. Yeah,
cool.
we already exchanged info and everything.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
She's typically in this class too, so it's gonna be perfect for you moving forward. Really, with the goal you've got, you being here 3 to 4 days a week is gonna be best, especially since we've got about 2 months to get you there, right? So let's get those days locked in. I know we got some great promos going right now as well, so I'm gonna take you back over to Anna and get you all set up. Sound good?
Sound great.
All right.
Okay, really quick, pause here. I want you to imagine you came to my house for dinner. Marjan made dinner for us, for you guys, okay? And you didn't like it. And then she said, how is it? What are you saying?
Oh, it's good.
So I'd like to avoid the question,
Yes, that's right.
hey, how was it? Or how do you feel? Right? I'd rather go into hey, so let's say he finishes. All right, Jeremy, where are you feeling it?
Man, my legs.
Yeah?
I'm feeling it right now.
What are you
for
feeling?
Sure. Hamstrings, just that good soreness and a good,
Okay.
I know I just used them.
Yeah, where else?
A little bit in the chest.
Yeah?
I think those push-ups.
How did you feel energy-wise? Were you getting beat up, tired at any point? Did you feel like you rode through the entire way pretty well? What do you think?
Felt really good, progressively got better. Overall, little low energy, but I know it's part of it.
Were there any moments of feeling, I don't know if I can do this, or throughout the whole thing you're like, I can do this?
I felt like I could do it. A lot of that with the combos we had before and just where I've been in the past before, I knew I'd get there.
Okay, cool. The reason I'm asking these questions, I need to know what this needs to look like for you going forward. Everyone feels different after that first workout. Some people are like, I almost died 3 times. And one person actually did die.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he's still, I don't know, they cleaned him up. And then we have some people that were like, that was a pretty easy class.
Yeah.
That lets me know what that needs to look like for them going forward. So based on where you're at, I think at a minimum 2 to 3 times a week, that's good. If I can see you in 3, that would be ideal. 4 would be superstar.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should be coming in more than 4. I think where you're at is fine. And I think even for the solid working out, you're getting a lot out of it, and the muscles you're feeling where you're supposed to feel it. So that's excellent. So 2 minimum, 3 ideal. You can do 4, but you're going to have to really do recovery if you're going to do 4. Right. You can't just do 4 and go back to normal life. You're going to have to focus on recovery and eating well.
Yeah.
So 3 is the sweet spot for changing no other habits.
Cool.
Sound good?
Cool.
All right,
Sounds
come with
good.
me. Now we move you on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm not just asking so you can rate us,
Right.
Because that's what
Us again.
ego,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not asking you so you can tell me how my pasta tasted. I'm asking you for a purpose for you.
Yeah.
That helps me know what you need. And now my recommendation has more weight. When I say I want him in here 3 days a week, there's logic
Yes.
behind it. It's not something that I would have said to everyone. There's logic. Okay, based on that, right? So he understands there's people that died, there's people that didn't feel anything, and he's in the middle.
Right. Right.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
So I want to see that. So now when he goes to you, I want to see that handoff now. Okay? So go ahead. He just took that info.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Got it. Cool. So Anna, Mike really crushed it today. Based on what he shared, energy was good. Like he felt, kept getting stronger, kept progressing. And I know we talked about like 2 where you're at right now, you'd feel super confident about, but really getting you that 3rd time a week would be best for what we're shooting for moving forward, right?
Yep.
So strong recommendation for me. Let's look at our 3X membership.
Okay.
But I know sooner than later he's going to be ready for that unlimited because we talked about getting recovery.
Yeah.
That's going to be best for you
Yeah.
as we start getting there. So could you see yourself getting into recovery sooner or later?
I don't know. Can I see the options?
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and show them those 2 options, 3X and 4X. But Mike, you're going to be a great fit here, man. I look forward to getting you to Spain as well.
Sounds great.
Right on.
Perfect. And now when I said, can I see the options, what kind of a question is that?
Buying.
Yes. Perfect. So now I asked for it. So now let's go. So now so however you do it,
Yeah.
tell me.
Well, we're usually,
Okay.
standing right here. He just walked away. So,
Yep.
Okay, so we just talked about doing 3 or 4 times a week, but maybe starting around 3.
Yeah.
You wanted to see what the options were, so I have them right here for you.
Okay.
Most of our members are doing unlimited, so
I'm ignoring you at this point.
Okay.
You know why?
because I'm talking too much,
No.
I pointed to this, and now
Yeah.
you're looking at all the information.
You ever
versus-
you ever have a waiter tell you about the menu while you're reading the menu?
Yeah.
And how many of his words are you catching?
Not many.
What are you really doing?
Reading.
Right.
Okay.
So what happens is you're subconsciously training me that what you're saying isn't important.
Oh.
And I'm not even getting to fully absorb everything here because I still have to kind of listen to you.
Right.
So now your probability if I need to think about it or can I take this with me,
Yeah.
that goes up.
Makes
You got
sense.
it?
Yeah.
That's where the person at the restaurant says, can you just give us a few minutes? Right? But they're not going to say that here at a gym. They're going to be like, can you just give me 5 minutes? It's awkward.
Yeah.
Right? So what you
Yeah.
got to do is you got to just, before you show them the pricing sheet,
Okay.
you just got to get clear on what they chose. Okay? So this would look like this. All right, so let's get going. Just so I know, did you like Jeremy's recommendation? That felt right. He's always solid, but
Yeah.
2 times a week is what he said would be like the minimum. 3 ideal, eventually 4. Does that
Yeah.
feel right to you too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. About
Perfect.
3 times to start.
Perfect. Okay, so we got a few different options, and we have
Okay.
some cool promos running. I'm going to show you
Okay.
what we've got right now, and then just tell me here which one of these stands out to you the most.
This one.
Perfect. Welcome to Collective. Let's get you all set up.
Okay.
That's it. Done.
Okay.
That's it. Go get them gear, get them a gift. If you even want to say that, watch, ready? Say this one right here. Which one of these stands out to you the most?
Like say.
No, that
Am I
one?
asking?
Perfect. Welcome to Collective. And I have a gift for you now since you're officially a member. Come with me. That's it.
Okay.
Take it away. Done.
Okay.
Is that faster? Is that easier?
Yeah.
Did it sound like you were just going to sign up now at this point?
Yeah.
And also, are you regretting it? Because didn't I sign you up way over here?
Yeah.
It's
Or I'm
done.
not. Yeah.
It's done. Like you just needed a pick at this point. Cool? All right, really quick, what I want to gather from you guys is biggest takeaways from today. Let's start with whoever wants to go. Yep.
I think for me, it's like the ego piece, right? Because I'm the newest to the team, only been here for a few weeks, so I am very much in my head about like saying the right thing. Am I gonna say it wrong? Tell them something wrong? And like to your point, not thinking about who I'm talking to, probably like in my head too much.
Yeah. You know, I have to teach in front of a lot of people sometimes. And people ask me like, you know, are you ever nervous up there?
Yeah.
It's hard to be nervous because I'm always looking at them their whole way and I'm like, are they getting it? What are they still needing? I didn't really know what I was going to come in with you guys today. I had no idea. I think I would have been more nervous if I had a planned presentation personally.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking about, okay, now I have to think of the next thing I'm going to say, the next thing. But in this case, I understand my material.
Yeah.
And so I came in, it's like, where are these guys struggling? So just by talking with you, I felt that there was like, just in the very beginning, I felt ego. But that's normal. At your age, dude, I don't think you could even help it. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. This age, it's a hormonal thing, dude. It's just what it is. What happens is there's an age where we get awareness of ourselves. And that lasts for a little while until we realize that there's things much bigger than ourselves, and that we're worried about what people think about us, forgetting that they're actually not thinking about us because they're also worried about what I'm thinking about them. They're too busy on their, you get it? Yeah. So, but that takes a little bit. I think for me, it took like 34, 35. I started to kind of see it. And I think around 40, I started to be a lot more comfortable with it. What do you guys think? Yeah. So expectations aren't like you need to, like become 40 at, how old are you? 18. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, don't be 40 at 18. Be 18. Be 18. Have fun as an 18-year-old. But what I am saying is, in the work, be very aware of it's all about the customer. It's all about them. They're here for them. They're about to spend money for them, not for you. They're not spending it on you. They're spending it on them. You get it? They're not doing you a favor. They're doing themselves a favor. So everything's for them. As long as we connect with that, it'll be easier to make the right calls, even if you don't say things right all the time. Yep.
I agree about the ego. I think that's something that everyone can work on, myself especially. I go into a lot of tours thinking, okay, I want to make sure I say the right thing, I do this perfect. And I think in a lot of cases, once we get them in the door and we see that they're nervous, like they want us to make them feel welcome, just like that reminder, like let's make this about them, make sure they feel special from the beginning, is then at the end you realize, oh, there's nothing to be nervous about. Like these are just people. So.
And how old are you?
25.
Yeah, you're going to deal with this for a little bit too. It's normal. This is fine. And honestly, there's people in their 50s that are still thinking a lot about it, right? But you get good at whatever you what?
Practice.
So you just got to stay aware about it. And the cool thing is you can get better at thinking about other people and what they've got going on more as you remind yourself, you self-correct in the moment. Okay? Santi?
For me, something that stood out a lot was being super personable and genuinely caring about the person, even if it doesn't have to do with fitness. Just like wanting to know more about them so you could get closer to them, and they feel like kind of accountable, because if they don't come in, they're letting you down. Because they kind of know you and they want to just come in.
Yeah, and like, did you notice I smiled a lot?
Yeah.
So the word attractive is usually considered to be like an aesthetic thing, like how you look, like are you pretty or not pretty? That's what attractive is. But attractive is really about your ability to get people to want to be around you more, right? You're an attractive character. And the easiest way to up your attractiveness quickly is to smile. Smiles, like how many times do you smile just because someone's smiling, right? You're just like, oh man, your smile makes me smile. Your laugh is making me laugh. So yeah, that's a big part of it.
The biggest thing for me, or one of the standouts, was you flipped it on, like the way I think of it is they're coming in, just get them in the door, they're coming in, and then tell them all the information. You like gathered all the information, told me everything that I needed to know. So that way by the end, it was just a simple like, yep, that sounds good. See you tomorrow kind of thing. It didn't feel like a sales process at all, because it was like very genuine and just like information gathering at the beginning. To the point
very
where
conversational.
Like easy, yeah.
Yep.
I say build that trust, right? So we always start with the end in mind, and our responsibility as a business is delivering the best experience and the best results. So that's what you did so good, that from the beginning, building that trust from the first contact point all the way to after their session, right? Like you said, they already knew they were in, even halfway through.
Yeah, it was done. Yep.
And the reminder for us as an FI team, as enrollers, like we're still coaching people. We're still holding people accountable. And that starts right here. And that's what that person on the other end starts feeling and makes them want to be a part of this. It's not just another gym calling them because they filled out 5 forms, just wanting to get them in the door. We're truly learning, holding them accountable, and moving them one step at a time.
Yeah.
Right? It's not, and you want, our membership, we got a membership promo going now. We're not having that conversation on the phone call. It's, hey, what's this next little step which ties right in with what? What's our main slogan?
1%.
1%
I even know
better
that.
every day. 1% better every day. So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And if we can get this part down, the pre, them walking in the door, their job gets a lot easier too. Cool? Guys, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it. And thanks for letting me in your awesome, awesome gym. So I hope you got a lot out of that. And if you want, in the description, there's a link to the picture of what I was drawing, so you have access to that as well. And make sure that if you want to see how we actually get gyms to a high level, you can go to 100kplan.com. You'll see exactly the steps that we take to get gyms to get to $100,000 per month in revenue. So we'll see you there.